He's not a progressive. Your perpetual deference to him will bring you nothing but misery. Cut him off. He is not your friend. All right, if you've watched me for any length of time, you probably already know my thoughts on some of the actors involved in this, but there's been a lot of drama in certain sections of the online left over the past few days, and I thought that I would give my extremely needed and very valuable take on it. So here are two people that exist, the first of whom is Kyle Kulinski. Now, I don't agree with Kyle Kulinski on everything, but for the most part, overwhelmingly actually, I think that Kyle Kulinski does good, and I think that he promotes a fairly positive attitude that he acts on in good faith. Now, I don't agree with everything that he says or does, some of his methods, some of his positions, whatever. He's somebody that I generally think favorably of, or at least that I did. Jimmy Dore is a worm. That is all that he is. He does not have any consistent principles or positions. He is a lunatic. He does not seem to believe anything. He will shift spinelessly from position to position, whatever most benefits him, and he constantly stirs drama on the online left with the single goal of disillusionment, pulling people from other communities so they can become part of his insular, cult-like community, where a bunch of people get together and watch the stupidest and loudest guy you'll ever find on YouTube give his opinions on stuff. To truncate the beginning of this drama, there was some beef between the Young Turks and Jimmy Dore, based mostly on the fact that Jimmy Dore is a sexual harasser. I have another video on this, and you're free to take a look at it if you want, but yeah, Jimmy Dore harassed sexually Anna Kasparian while they worked together at the Young Turks. Anna Kasparian referred to many instances of sexual harassment in an ongoing creepo project of his. There was some contention over a specific incident, and when this information came to light, Jimmy Dore bragged about it. You can see that in my video as well. It's not just that he, did it. It's that it came up years after, and he bragged and laughed about it and was, bragging about how he owned her when he humiliated her in public about how she dressed in the workplace. So, really phenomenal stuff, okay? Anyway, this is all going on. Jimmy Dore's a worm. Nothing changed. Anna Kasparian's getting a huge amount of harassment from Jimmy Dore's fans. Phenomenal, phenomenal. And I covered this, and then Kyle Kulinski comes out with a video. And Kyle Kulinski gets, impugned, he gets dragged into all this, and he didn't want to get involved previously because he's friends with, everyone involved. Aaron Mate, who was mad at the Young Turks because one of them accused him of being a Russia stooge, which, hey, by the way, okay, if you're associated with the gray zone, don't you, isn't your number one counterargument accusing other people of being part of the U.S. State Department? Whereas you, constantly do everything RT does, Russia Today, and rebroadcast all of their disinfo and make all their talking points. I don't know. It just seems like if you're going to call everyone else a stooge of the CIA, then it's not really that big of a deal for people to call you a stooge for Russia. I don't know. Just my personal opinion, but whatever. Anyway, Kyle Kulinski gets involved. And he releases a video that I also covered on my second channel. Go join. And I was really disappointed with Kyle Kulinski in this video. Wow, I was disappointed with Kyle Kulinski. This is a nearly 2-hour-long video, and some takeaways are as follows. Kyle Kulinski did condemn Jimmy Dore for the sexual harassment, but then spent the rest of the video downplaying and equivocating it. He didn't seem to want to commit to any position that would distance him from the Young Turks or from Jimmy Dore or from Aaron Mate. So he played both sides, basically. But there's a problem. See, Jimmy Dore is a lunatic, and what that means is that you don't get to play both sides with Jimmy Dore. Jimmy Dore doesn't care about friends, principles, positions, anything like that. He cares about drama. And unfortunately, capitulating to a person who both sides an argument, that's not drama. So Jimmy Dore made a video. Kyle Kulinski omits Anna Kasparian's blackmail of Jimmy Dore from video. Now, this one's really good. Here's an hour-long video, by the way. Now, this one's really, really good, okay? So, one of Jimmy Dore's defenses, after it came to light that he sexually harassed Anna Kasparian, was saying that Anna Kasparian blackmailed him by saying that Anna Kasparian, now that the two of them were on even worse terms, would be forthcoming and open and honest about what a bad person Jimmy Dore is. Does anybody here know what the definition of blackmail is? Some of you do? Well, that's more people than Jimmy Dore's community seems to have. Because blackmail is not when you say you will be open about a person being bad. If a person rapes you and you say, I'm going to tell people you raped me, you rapist, that actually isn't blackmail. But Jimmy Dore, in classic predator fashion, decided to make himself the victim after sexually harassing Anna Kasparian, and has now convinced his massive audience that Anna Kasparian has blackmailed Jimmy Dore. And now he's attacking Kyle Kulinski for not giving air to this blackmail claim. Apparently, Kyle Kulinski, essentially playing defense for Jimmy Dore's predatory tendencies, is actually him covering up Anna Kasparian's secret blackmailing of Jimmy Dore after his sexual harassment. Now, I know what you're thinking right now. You're thinking, wow, Jimmy Dore sure is a cancerous individual with absolutely no principles, and there's no reason why anyone would associate with him, right? Kyle Kulinski came out with another video, capitulating like a cuckold. By the way, do you know what one of these quote tweets is? One of the 176 quote tweets here? It's Jimmy Dore. Do you know what Jimmy Dore said? I want someone here. Does anyone here know? Ratioed. He said, already ratioed. So Jimmy Dore sexually harasses a woman, brags about it. Kyle Kulinski equivocates. Jimmy Dore attacks him for equivocating. Kyle Kulinski apologizes for equivocating, and Jimmy Dore attacks him again. Kyle, we need to talk. This shit's pathetic, dog. Here's a clip from the video that he posted. I don't want sound on that.
This is just what was going on in our minds at the time. Honestly, we were afraid of the argument that would come when we told you, hey, we don't want to have you on. We don't want to have Jank or Anna either, but like, we don't want to have you on. We were very afraid, hey, it's possible when we say this, that he might get really angry and view us as like the enemy. And, you know, that's kind of what happened. He took that as a slight and he viewed it as, you know, now we're the enemy. And
Kyle, you have already betrayed your progressive principles and your left-leaning principles by defending Dore or even not condemning him. And that wasn't enough for him. He isn't your friend. He's not a leftist. He's not a progressive. He's not anything except for a YouTube money aggregate machine. Your perpetual deference to him will bring you nothing but misery. Cut him off. He is not your friend. You made capitulation after capitulation to him, and all he did was attack you over it, and then proceed to make money at your expense, directing his fans against you, lying about you, smearing you, and telling you you hadn't done enough for him. This is classic abusive friend bullshit, okay? He will never stop going after you if there is a penny to be made in it. Ever. If you think you know him better than that, you're wrong. Evidently, I know him better than you do, because the moment all of this happened, while I was covering that video of yours, the week ago or whenever I did that, I said multiple times, you need to cut Jimmy Dore off because this will not end. He will not back off of you. He will grift for drama with you. I called this before it happened, and then it happened, and you should have known that it happened. And I'm not going to make the mistake of pretending that this is entirely Jimmy Dore's fault either, okay? This is kind of on you. You do not cultivate your audience or your community anywhere near well enough, all right? If there are people in your audience who watch Jimmy Dore, those are people who shouldn't be watching you. Any human being who watches Jimmy Dore is a human being who you should be disgusted to have in your audience. If a person walks by Jimmy Dore and does not instantly fall into a series of convulsions, that is a person too spiritually touched to be worth standing next to from you, okay? Cut him off. He is a miserable, disgusting, pathetic lunatic. Listen to this. I ask you, I beg of you, Kyle, listen to this.
Didn't want to have you on as
Here's him talking to another host about this whole drama. Listen to this. Listen to his cadence.
because he didn't want to ask you a question. So I'm just going to ask you the question that he didn't want to ask you, When you were revealing the blackmail attempt by Anna Kasparian,
There
you
was
used
no
the
blackmail,
term that she
ever.
was dressing inappropriately. In retrospect, do you think that that was the wrong terminology to use in that response?
First of all, before he even talks, or I guess he was jumping at the bit there, I'm really sorry, and I don't necessarily believe in, like, face science here, but he looks like a lunatic, and I'm not going to pretend that he doesn't, okay?
To use in that response.
The only reason I had to talk about that was because she was fucking blackmailing me. And you're gonna nitpick the words that someone who's being in the most sleaziest thing you could do, the thing you could never defend yourself from. You're gonna do. She's gonna weaponize an incident from 7 years ago. That's an obvious, transparent bullshit. She's gonna misuse the #MeToo thing that makes other women not be fucking believe. And the problem Kyle had was that I said she dressed inappropriately when I had to explain what happened. I'm sorry. I don't fucking apologize for that. And what he did was bullshit. And what a bullshit thing. I'm not responding to a fucking sleazy blackmail thing properly. I'm not using the proper words. Is that really the accusation? Yes. That was the accusation. And of course, I showed Kyle Kulinski to be a complete full fucking outrage pearl clutcher because he had tweeted it.
Faux outrage pearl clutcher for being against workplace sexual harassment that he later bragged about. See, Kyle, this is the degree of cuckoldry you will need to submit to be Jimmy Dore's friend. You have to be pro-sexual harassment, and you have to pretend that the sexual harassment victims are blackmailing the people engaging in the sexual harassment. This is how far you'll have to go to lick his boots.
Anna Kasparian before, hey, why don't you masturbate on camera? I bet you'd get more live stream viewers. And Anna Kasparian went back, I bet we'd get 6,000. So
what he's referring to right now is a tweet from like 9 years ago that has nothing to do with this. What he's essentially saying is because 2 people made a sexually charged joke, that means that I can sexually harass people. He's referring to a tweet from 2013, I think.
They're all fucking pigs. They're all fucking pigs, and they're trying to slime me, and it's not working.
Yeah, as you mentioned,
I didn't fucking talk about it the right way. I'm getting fucking smeared and in the sleaziest way possible, and I said inappropriate. Oh my God, Jimmy Dore said inappropriate. Did he say inappropriate? You don't want to punch Cenk Uygur in the face for smearing Julian Assange while he's being tortured. You don't want to punch Anna Kasparian in the face for tweeting out a fucking doctored video to smear an award-winning anti-war journalist. You don't want to fucking punch Cenk Uygur in the face for calling Jimmy Dore a neo.
And now, without prompting, he's talking about punching Anna Kasparian in the face while trying to explain how he wasn't in the wrong to sexually harass her.
Nazi. You don't want to punch Anna Kasparian in the face for doing an obvious, blatant misuse of the #MeToo. You don't want to but Jimmy Dore said inappropriate when he had to defend himself against a fucking sleazy smear. That reveals Kyle for who he is.
He has an obsession with this revealing or calling people out, but I think the only person he's really revealing is here. By the way, really quickly, just in case there are any Jimmy Dore lunatics who are following this and want evidence on the whole blackmailing thing, can everyone kindly take a look at this right here? This is what he's referring to as blackmailing. This is a tweet from Anna Kasparian. I'm sure you remember when you constantly made inappropriate comments about how sexy you found me at work, and even felt the need to ask me where I shop for my jeans so you can buy some for your wife so she dresses better. Not tweet, sorry, DM, my bad. Was followed by an apology card you wrote me for the degrading harassment. I've been holding back, letting you run your mouth nonstop, as if you're some sort of warrior for what's good for the world. That's going to change. Now, can somebody point out the blackmailing to me? Can somebody point out the blackmailing to me? This is what he's referring to, by the way. This isn't blackmailing, it's a threat, and it's a deserved threat. I'm going to tell people how bad you are, okay? This isn't blackmailing. Any Jimmy Dore fan who watches this, if you think this is blackmailing, you need to go run to your nearest door frame, put your head up against the door frame, and then slam the door over and over again until the random physics of your brain cells being slammed from the inside of your skull pan causes you to have a favorable brain arrangement compared to what you have now, okay? Because there is no way that brain damage could make you any worse, all right? Okay? Please, I beg of you. Seriously, that's it. That's it. That's the blackmail. This is what Jimmy Dore was just screaming about, saying that Anna Kasparian should be punched in the face. This is what Jimmy Dore is saying that Kyle Kulinski omitted information on. Kyle, this is the man you're defending. You are not brave for not participating in drama when the drama is one person is a lying, sexually harassing piece of shit, and the other, and the drama is whether or not you side with him or not. You're siding with him, okay? What's that old term? To remain neutral or silent in times of injustice is to stand with the oppressor. This is clear-cut shit. I understand that you're a kind man and that you don't want to back up in your friends, but does Jimmy treat you like a friend? Does Jimmy treat you like a friend?
The thousands because of it. He had to do another video he just dropped today apologizing, trying to explain, and it's worse. So Kyle Kulinski is being revealed right now in this moment. So he did that. He did a totally dishonest, bogus fucking move to try to do a false equivalency because he's on the TYT network and it's all about money for him, I guess, because they're taking dislikes away from his thing. I don't know what Cenk Uyghur's holding over his.
Look at this. It took him nothing. You didn't back him up on sexual harassment that he engaged in. And he's screaming, you're a grifter, you're a liar, you're doing it all for money, you're all bought out, you're paid, you lied about this, you're a cuck. He's a psychopath. Stop. Holy shit.
Head, but it's really making Kyle look like a piece of it right now. I'll tell you that. And everybody's calling. You saw what he did, right?
Yes.
Are you okay with it?
I have to agree that I found his last video especially very cowardly.
And his own.
I agree, Kyle. I did find that last video of yours very cowardly. I'm inclined to agree with that perspective. Some of you may have noticed that I was trending on Twitter the other day, and that's because I responded to Kyle Kulinski's tweet here, where he cucked out. And I responded, Kyle, Jimmy Dore is a lunatic who will betray every principle you believe he holds if it fuels the drama that grows his channel. He will not stop harassing you unless you betray your principles too and fall in line. Cut him off as you would a tumor. And I was right. And a bunch of people got mad about this. You know who else got mad about it? Jimmy Dore. Because Jimmy Dore retweeted a video accusing me of being a pedophile. Like every other coward who doesn't want to talk to me, rather than address me directly, or any of my positions, or anything that I believe in, he defers to the exact same... Where is it? There it is! Hey! He had to go back to June, too, which means he searched for it. There we go. Because he's every bit as much of a gutless coward as the Nazis who prance around my channel desperate for my time and influence and attention, okay? Kyle, your unwillingness to divorce yourself from him is a negative reflection on you. This is not me canceling you for being associated with a person that I don't like. You are actively worsening yourself and your content by being associated with him. You are a person, and you're becoming a worse person the longer you... This is an intervention, okay? Just cut it out. You're going to lose views. You're going to get a lot of dislikes, and you're going to lose subs. You know why? Because his fans are cultists. They are cultists. They are insane. Every time you talk ill of Jimmy Dore anywhere on the internet, the worst human beings on earth show up to defend him, okay? Every time. They are fucking crazy. They are crazy people, and they follow a crazy man. So stop, okay? Just stop. Just cut it off. Deal with the short-term channel loss. It'll be better for you in the end. Or in the future, some new allegation will come out. Jimmy Dore rapes a kid or something. And then you're like, well, I don't want to get involved in drama or anything, but, you know, this was really bad on Jimmy Dore's part. But on the other hand, Anna Kasparian did tweet out that it was, quote, disgusting of Jimmy Dore to do this. And, you know, that language, I don't like engaging in this kind of e-drama, so I don't really want to weigh in on this. And then Jimmy Dore's going to come after you for not defending him hard enough, okay? Just stop it now, or something else is going to happen. You're going to end up having to contortionist yourself into a tinier box, okay? Okay, that's a bit too much, Vaush. Jimmy Dore retweeted slander accusing me of being a pedophile. I can say whatever I want about Jimmy Dore, actually, in hypotheticals. Thank you very much. Sorry, the line for decorum has actually been shattered, believe it or not. It's already gone. We passed it. It's good. Kyle, be better than him. Please. Hassan knows too. Hassan knows too.
Do you really want these fucking Jimmy Dore psychopath clowns infesting this fucking stream every day? Is that what you want? Because you keep crying about me getting stonlocked by fucking baboon chatters every fucking day, and now you want like those sick freaks to infest this part of the internet, a safe place from the moronic, like, Proud Boys are actually more leftist than fucking liberals, baboons on the internet. don't know about this area. They don't know. They don't come here. When they do, we fucking ban them. Okay? Do you want this to look like a fucking crystal ball Kyle Kulinski YouTube comment section? Do you want this chat, this community, to look like a Jimmy Dore video comment section? Is that what you want?
I love it. The thing is, I really don't feel like anyone should have to make arguments against Jimmy Dore because he's intuitively repulsive. You know what I mean? Like, Jimmy Dore fans should have to explain to me why I should take him seriously. Because every video I go on there and he's screeching like a chimpanzee, pulling shit flecks out of his asshole and eating them on screen. And I look at this and I'm like, do I have to argue against that? Are we taking this seriously? Is this a joke?